I'm anti-establishment, so I can never be the establishment. You know what I mean? Like, even if I'm at the Diddy party, I'm there to tell. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm there to see who the is in here, and what do y'all get from being in here?
But for play. If you do it for real, here it is, Kevin. I got a show at your hometown in Philly. I'm gonna take my special there. On that stage, we can put whatever you want.
They put the drugs in the baby oil. You thinking you getting a massage, you can't even get up.
Comedian Katt Williams, the unexpected whistleblower we didn't know we needed, is back at it again, dropping receipts like it's Black Friday. This time, he's adding more names to the already scandalous Diddy drama. Let's not forget, Katt practically predicted Diddy's 2024 unraveling before the raids, the baby oil debacle, and the cuffing season headlines. Now, as the year comes to a close, Katt's latest revelations about the music mogul feel less like gossip and more like a spoiler for 2025.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
The bombshell dropped yesterday, straight out of Katt Williams' latest *GQ* interview, a no-holds-barred expose that has everyone talking. Katt didn't hold back, airing his Hollywood grievances and spilling some serious tea on the ongoing Diddy drama. This isn't just any celebrity interview. It's a raw, tell-all moment that's leaving fans and insiders alike wondering what else Katt might be keeping under wraps. Adding to the intrigue, the original interview has mysteriously vanished from YouTube, leaving behind only scattered transcripts in articles. In these, Katt heavily implicates Diddy in Tupac Shakur's murder, a claim that has sent shockwaves through Hollywood. The sudden disappearance of the footage has only fueled speculation, with fans asking why it was taken down in the first place. One of Katt's most chilling statements reads, "I don't care what job I end up in or how things turn out. If there's a way to get you, I'm taking it. I just don't like you walking around scot-free because you're a demon. I know demons are powerful, but I also know why they're powerful. There's cold spiritual warfare happening out here, and my job is to stay focused on that." But Katt didn't stop there. He dove straight into Illuminati-level conspiracy territory, alleging the existence of shadowy forces pulling the strings in Hollywood. According to Katt, these powerful entities manipulate and exploit artists, treating them like pawns in a sinister game. He went on to say, "If you had the money and cared enough to find out, you could be one of the most powerful people in America. That's been my lane, uncovering why these powerful forces hold sway, why people are being exploited, and tracing the pipelines behind it all. It's real, and it exists." As the fallout from Diddy's recent arrest continues to escalate, Katt revealed that several celebrities are fleeing the spotlight. Many have retreated to secluded vacation homes in Europe and other private locations, attempting to avoid getting tangled in the mess. This isn't surprising, especially after the Miami raid reportedly uncovered hundreds of tapes that could implicate some of Hollywood's elite. According to Katt, these tapes are far more than a PR nightmare. They allegedly reveal deeply disturbing behavior and scandals involving half of Tinseltown. Leading the pack of those going radio silent is Kevin Hart, Katt's longtime rival. It seems like the Hollywood drama just got way too real.
Hey, Kevin, when you hosted for Diddy, did you catch any baby oil?
I hosted for Diddy. Kevin, come here. Can you go get some girls so we can be in the bedroom with some girls? Let's get some girls up here, please. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed.
You asking the wrong person the wrong question. That sound like your question.
Say pause. Don't acknowledge it. Nothing to do with me and Puff. Nothing to do with me and Puff right now. Hold on.
Kevin Hart, like many others, is distancing himself from Diddy in the wake of the music mogul's arrest and federal indictment.
Do you think he's safe in jail?
Kevin Hart is facing questions after newly resurfaced footage shows him hosting a Diddy hotel party back in 2010.
I'm not jumping the time myself. Once everybody leaves out, it's just me and the ladies. What I do best?
Did the camera catch that? Get the camera.
The footage shows a bikini-clad woman's hair catching fire in the hot tub, but none of the celebrity guests at the party have been accused of any wrongdoing.
That's my brother right here from day one.
Hold up. Before we even dive into the clips, a major bombshell just dropped. Actors are coming forward claiming to have video footage that could shake things up completely. Allegedly, it shows Kevin Hart and Diddy getting *real *cozy, sharing intimate moments with the same woman. Yeah, you heard that right. The footage suggests these two might have been caught up in some wild, borderline unconventional scenes. The plot just keeps thickening. Fam, you're not going to want to miss what's next.
I have insider information on Diddy and Kevin Hart's involvement. I know this because I was on a TV show with a girl who was actively dating Diddy at the time. There I am. A quick Google search will tell you who she is. This girl was paparazzi'd with Diddy back in 2022-2023. Obviously, the cast was concerned about her because the Cassie lawsuit just dropped before filming. Now, the first week of filming just had to be Valentine's Day. Now, Diddy's girl got a very expensive bouquet of flowers delivered on Valentine's Day, but she refused to tell anybody who it was from. It's a reality show, so obviously drama went down. Diddy's girl decided to leave the house for a week. So my girl and I decided to break into her room to redecorate it for show purposes. Just playing along with the drama of the show, we were shocked by what we found.
Bro, there's no way. Bro. Oh my God, from Puff.
The flowers were from Diddy. Love, Puff. This sent my girlfriend into a spiral. As a woman, she was terrified that Diddy had our address. She let the girl know how she felt and put the card back where she found it. The girl told Diddy what happened, and then Diddy threatened production. So the Diddy girl started screaming at my girlfriend, saying that Diddy was going to sue her because of what she wrote on the note. Worried that we were all going to discuss this sick that he was doing on our TV show. The fact that he wanted to silence a girl that he doesn't even know for writing on a note is absolutely insane. Production then pulled every cast member aside and instructed us to no longer have any Diddy conversation for the duration of the show. Diddy threatened to bankrupt our TV show and my girlfriend. We thought it ended there, right? But then Diddy's girl got mentioned in a lawsuit that came out publicly. When this went down, Diddy's girl happened to be in a fight with another castmate. Now that castmate just happened to be dating J-Lo's ex-boyfriend Casper. Diddy's girl was scared that the other castmate was gonna use this Diddy stuff against her during their fight. So she decided to make a call to guess who? Kevin Hart. Now at the time, none of us knew it was actually Kevin Hart until later on. So Kevin Hart called Casper and threatened him to make sure he gets his girl in check on the show. Now Casper's girlfriend told all of us that Diddy's girl was also sleeping with Kevin Hart, who happens to be married with children and best friends with Diddy. Kevin Hart clearly made the call to Casper to ensure that Diddy's girl stayed quiet about the affair that him and her were having because once again, he's married. Kinda weird that Diddy and Kevin Hart are both sleeping with the same girl and threatening our TV show, isn't it? Now listen, I'm just an ordinary blue-collar worker from Jersey, okay? Who happens to be dating a famous OF model, which is how I got on the show in the first place. Now, I'm not a social media star, I'm not famous, I have no reason to lie about any of this shit, okay? Now, the only reason I'm telling you guys all this is because when I was in Hollywood filming this TV show, I went through some sick, twisted
Yo, brace yourselves. Katt Williams just dropped another bombshell, and this one's massive. The latest name, he says, has quietly dipped out of the country for some low-key refuge. None other than legendary Oscar winner Leonardo DiCaprio. Remember that infamous *73 questions interview with Diddy? The one where he casually mentioned that Leo's a VIP at his parties? Yeah, things just got a whole lot more interesting.
Who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, guess what? Breaking news says Leonardo DiCaprio has pretty much bounced to Italy. Yep, you heard that right. Italy, known for its more relaxed extradition laws compared to other European countries, might just be Leo's new hideout. Sure, DiCaprio's no stranger to Europe, but sources are saying this isn't some quick vacation flex. Nah, this looks like a long-term move. Seems like Leo's got a plan, and it's coming together like a last-minute escape route as the feds work overtime connecting the dots on Diddy.
Now, this is going to be an interesting background. So Leonardo DiCaprio's connection to the music industry continues to follow him. His history, in particular, with Sean Diddy Combs. Despite being on vacation, fans still remind him of his ties to the entertainer and business exec. Although there are no allegations currently against DiCaprio. Some social media users are still taking the opportunity to troll for his association with Combs. There's a series of paparazzi snap pictures of the actor in Italy with his girlfriend, calling it a family affair. The Instagram profile said the 49-year-old was joined by his mother, stepdad, and the mom of his lady. It appears that the Django star has been working overtime to distance himself from Combs over the last month, despite there being no evidence presented that he did anything wrong, but had a legal good time. Reports are saying he is doing everything he can do to play down this connection to Mr. Take That, Take That.
The Leo-Diddy connection might go deeper than just wild parties. Diddy's empire, after all, isn't exactly built on spotless cash. There's talk that his fortune could be linked to sources the US government has already exposed, like the 1MDB scandal. While no solid proof has surfaced, rumors have long suggested that Leo used dirty money to fund the Wolf of Wall Street an allegation that helped him dodge the feds 8 years ago. Now, as investigators dig into Diddy's finances, the big question is, will Leo's past escape plan be enough to keep him out of the crossfire?
Talk about dirty money. Was Leonardo DiCaprio's film The Wolf of Wall Street financed with cash embezzled from Malaysian government fund 1MDB? That's what U.S. federal investigators want to know. And representatives of the Hollywood actor came out publicly Tuesday to say DiCaprio has been cooperating since July, as soon as the allegations surfaced. DiCaprio is entangled primarily because of his personal and professional relationships with Malaysian financier Joe Low and Riza Aziz, the stepson of Malaysian Prime Minister. Aziz is head of Red Granite Pictures and came up with the over $100 million needed to get DiCaprio's and director Martin Scorsese's film made. Money, global investigators now believe, was diverted from 1MDB. Low and Aziz also gave DiCaprio a $600,000 birthday gift, Marlon Brando's 1955 Best Actor Oscar statuette for On the Waterfront, and the men partied with DiCaprio at several lavish parties around the world. Low went on $1 million gambling spree in Vegas with DiCaprio, bought a house very close to the actor's Los Angeles home, and allegedly used over $1 million of embezzled funds to buy art from a charity sale the actor hosted at Christie's. The Justice Department is now in the process of seizing luxury real estate, artwork, and other assets purchased with allegedly stolen funds from 1MDB by a cast of characters including Low, and has issued subpoenas to several Red Granite employees and a bank and accounting firm it used. The comments from DiCaprio's camp come after a rainforest charity, Switzerland's Bruno Manzer Fund, called on the actor to explain his ties to the alleged fraud or step down from his UN position as messenger of peace for climate change. DiCaprio's spokesman says the actor is actively seeking to determine whether he or his charitable foundation had received any gifts or charitable donations directly or indirectly related to these parties, and if so, to return those gifts or donations as soon as possible, saying he continues to be entirely supportive of all efforts to assure justice is done in this matter and is grateful for the lead and instruction of the government on how to accomplish this. Aziz and Red Granite deny any wrongdoing. The Malaysian Prime Minister also denies wrongdoing and has been cleared of any crime by the Malaysian Attorney General. Low has not commented on the allegations. A source close to DiCaprio says the actor and Low are no longer in contact.
Hold up. Another bombshell just dropped. CNN is now reporting that Ellen DeGeneres has also left the country. And here's the kicker. She dipped out just days after Diddy's arrest. We all know Ellen has been the queen of hosting wild Hollywood parties, with Diddy often playing the role of guest of honor. Now, people are starting to side-eye their long history, especially with Diddy's close ties to her show. He was on there so often it felt like a safe space for him, far from any potential spotlight exposés. But here's the twist. Despite their tight friendship, Diddy wasn't exactly subtle. He let a few secrets slip during his appearances, hinting that their relationship might have been more than just friendly. So, is Ellen making a run for it before the walls start closing in? This saga just keeps getting stranger by the minute.
Many have speculated that A-list celebrities who have spent time with Combs over the years could be getting subpoenas even as we speak. And one of the biggest names now getting extra scrutiny is Ellen DeGeneres. So between 2006 and 2022, Combs appeared as a guest on DeGeneres' daytime talk show more than a dozen times.
17 times! I've been on the show 17 times!
And during his first appearance in 2006, Combs wasn't really shy about sharing private details.
I'm definitely a nighttime person.
Like, what time do you stay up till?
I stay up till like maybe 6 in the morning. I'm back up at like 10:30, 11.
6 in the morning? What do you do every night till 6 in the morning? You don't go to clubs every night.
No, I mean, I make love a lot. You know,
That's
Ellen,
my favorite answer ever.
Many clips of his guest spots have resurfaced recently, including discussions between Combs and Ellen about his infamous parties.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them.
And years later, Combs said he wanted to attend one of Ellen's parties.
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But not too late. Because, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I promise you I'm not going to let you down on this big one.
All right,
For
good.
real.
Good.
Your feet are going to have blisters. You're going to be dancing so hard.
I can't wait.
Now, the two seem to kind of dance around the apparently open secret that Combs' parties were beyond wild, with reports of drugs and multiple participants and more. And as the allegations against Combs have mounted, many have called his interviews with Ellen now creepy.
So no money on you?
I mean, it's just a little bit of money on me.
Oh, you do have money on you. Lord have mercy. Where are you going after this? It's all 20s. Where are you going after this? What are you doing?
You know we doing what we plan to do, girl.
But I have to be clear about something. There is a difference between a wild party and something that is criminal, okay? There's a difference between having a great time and something that's an illegal freak-off. And having said that, remember when I told you about those freak-offs, right? Cassandra Ventura, as well as prosecutors, said in legal filings that people forced to participate would often have to get IV drips to recover from exhaustion and prolonged drug use. Well, in 2016, Combs appeared on stage with blue gauze around his arm and explained that he was just getting an IV drip backstage. He'd apparently arrived at the studio with it.
They said that I would have to stay. I said, no, I have to go. I said I could pull that out myself. So I walk in and I'm talking to Ellen. I have the IV and then the blood is going down. I start to panic. I go into the bathroom and I pulled it out myself. And I just made it here and I love you.
I love you too.
So of course the natural question is, what was going on right before this taping? And to be very, very clear about something, Ellen DeGeneres has not been accused of anything. She is not listed in any one of the government's filings. The only reason we are talking about this now is because we are going back and looking at these old interviews, looking at these old comments, looking at these old interactions to see if potentially they could play a role in his criminal case. So
Ellen DeGeneres' show has faced years of criticism over allegations of a toxic work environment. But the real firestorm ignited after the heartbreaking death of DJ Stephen Twitch Boss just months after the show wrapped in May 2022. While authorities ruled it a suicide, friends and family quickly raised concerns, pointing out that Twitch was a devoted husband and father of 3, hardly the type to take his own life. Their doubts have only intensified the growing list of unsettling questions surrounding Ellen's inner circle, adding yet another layer of mystery to the drama enveloping her.
Now, as for Stephen Twitch Boss, he died on December 13th, 2022, and the official cause of death was ruled as a self-inflicted wound to the head. But even now, fans are still trying to wrap their heads around this tragedy, and a lot of them are still not buying the official story. Now,
yeah, guys, I never really fully grasped, how this happened. But I get it. I mean, when it comes to people doing things to themselves because they're sick of, existing, a lot of the times they do kind of act like he was acting up until. Extremely positive, funny, cheery, making videos, funny dance videos, and all types of things that just exuded positivity and happiness. But in all actuality, that is obviously a mask, completely a mask. for him to do what he did.
Here's what
allegedly
we know about Stephen's passing. On Monday, December 12th, he left his home on foot and checked into the Oak Tree Inn Motel in Encino, Los Angeles. Just a quick 15-minute stroll from the house he shared with his wife Allison and their 3 children. The next day, Allison freaked out when she saw that Twitch was gone while his car was still in its place, and she ran to the local police station begging them to take Twitch's disappearance seriously. Allison told the police that something was off because Twitch never went anywhere without his car, and several officers followed Allison back to the house to look for clues about Twitch's whereabouts. But shortly after, the motel where Twitch had checked in the previous day called the police and said they found Twitch in the bathroom of his room. But despite the official ruling on the cause of death, fans had a tough time wrapping their heads around the idea that Twitch would do this because he never once shared that he was struggling with anything. And at least from the outside, he seemed like a genuinely happy person who adored his family. In fact, not too long before he passed, Twitch and Allison revealed that they were seriously considering adding another little one to the family.
Oh my God, do you miss having a newborn in the house?
I sure do.
No.
Uh-oh.
I think we would love to start trying for another one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what? How you feel? Look, she said she missed it. How you feel?
No, listen,
Guys, here's the thing. Listen, kids are amazing once they actually are older and can speak. I would say 5 and up. Anything from 0 to 5 is completely miserable in your household, bro. I mean, you can lie and say you like that, right? But you're wrong. It's terrible. Like, what is the point? Can we just fast forward? I would love to fast forward kids to 5 years old at least.
No, but we really do. I love the little babies. I love them, and to be quite, it's a constant conversation.
Also,
what's
Twitch and
amazing
Allison
about
celebrated their 9th wedding anniversary just 4 days before Twitch's tragic passing, and Twitch shared this sweet tribute to Allison on IG. To be clear, just because someone looks happy from the outside doesn't mean that they're not struggling in private, and depressed people are often good at masking their symptoms, even in front of their loved ones. On the other hand, a lot of people felt something seemed off about the official narrative of Twitch's passing, especially the part about this mysterious note he left in the motel room. It was initially reported in the media that no note was found at the scene, but law enforcement sources later confirmed to TMZ that Twitch left a note in which he alluded to past challenges, but they didn't disclose what kind of challenges Twitch was referring to. And even with the note and the official autopsy report, many fans are still saying there's way too much fishy business surrounding Twitch's death, and they're just not buying the idea that he would leave his family. And now that Ellen's friendship with Diddy is in the spotlight, some sources are speculating that Twitch was being blackmailed with something. Now, let me be clear. There is no proof that Twitch himself was close to Diddy or attended any of his parties.
They checked around Twitch and Allison's home looking for any clues. The 911 call from the motel had come in just shortly after Allison had contacted the cops, so that's how this all came together.
The next celebrity Katt Williams is coming for none other than billionaire mogul Oprah Winfrey. Yep, you heard that right. According to Katt, Oprah squeaky clean, untouchable image might be concealing some serious dirt.
Oh, I will save that fight for another time because I really want to get your thoughts on Oprah.
Devil. Demon. Destroyer.
So villain, not a hero like many people see her. You think she's a villain?
She's a super villain. She's the biggest villain in the world, and yet nobody will ask the most obvious question in the world: is her and Gail getting married? It's clear she don't want to marry Stedman. Why don't her and Gail get married? Now she went on that Ozempic. It put her in the hospital. She almost diarrheaed herself to death. Stedman wasn't there at the hospital. Gail was crying for her friend. What's wrong with y'all people? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I wish she would just come out the closet. Like, she's really taking this, don't ask, don't tell too far. And she ain't never been in the military.
Well, she is a snake. Like, there's no bigger snake than Oprah. Because I cover Michael Jackson. I'm curious your thought. I believe Michael Jackson's actually innocent. I've been doing a whole documentary.
Oh, no, Michael Jackson is innocent. They targeted him. And for her to play in his face while he was alive, those boys to discredit him, and then her to bring it back right after he passed away. The way she did Luther Vandross when he passed away. The way she just, exploited him laying in that bed. The way she did, the way she does everything, the way she's doing Taraji P. Henson. I think she should be tried in the court of public opinion for what she's doing to poor Fantasia. It's sad.
Oprah used to be the epitome of compassion, helping millions find their voice and ruling daytime TV like a queen. But lately, people are starting to see her in a different light. It turns out she's been associating with some of the most notorious figures: Harvey Weinstein, John of God, Bill Cosby, and now Diddy. Let that sink in for a moment. How many good people are rolling with that crew? For some, it raises suspicions that Oprah's connections to these figures might not be coincidental. Could she have been playing a deeper game in their shady world all along?
People think Oprah Winfrey, they think Harvey Weinstein because they have been linked together so often. First off, Oprah and Harvey have been friends for over 2 decades. A lot of people use the argument that she didn't know about what he was doing, but that's impossible because everyone's known about Harvey Weinstein's reputation ever since the 90s. If you guys don't know who Harvey Weinstein is, he is a major film producer who is pretty much the face of the Me Too movement because he was called out by a bunch of different actresses who he violated. When he was getting canceled and exposed for everything that he has done, Oprah allegedly called him and offered her support. Even though Oprah's team denies this, I believe it because Oprah has been close with Harvey and she has showed him some sympathy over time. Even though he is a disgusting man and he deserves to rot in jail. But I don't understand why Oprah wants to be best friends with someone like Harvey Weinstein. They had a very warm friendship, and the photos show. Some people actually believe that Oprah convinced some actresses to hook up with Harvey Weinstein. And actually, Rose McGowan tweeted out, "I'm glad more people are seeing the ugly truth of Oprah. I wish she were real, but she isn't." Oprah has attempted to speak out on Harvey Weinstein, but she never really gets to the point, and you can tell that she's trying to protect him.
Let's talk about what's happening with Harvey Weinstein. I know you posted on Facebook already, but you haven't kind of spoken yet publicly about what's going on.
I think that this is, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining. And so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment. I think this is a moment where no matter what business you work in, there have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it, but who felt that in order to keep my job, in order to keep my position, in order to keep moving forward, I've got to smile, I've got to look the other way, I got to pretend he didn't say that.
Of course, Oprah is trying to switch the narrative and make this about everyone else because it's not just Harvey. But we need to talk about the bizarre contrast in Oprah's behavior when it comes to dealing with people like Harvey versus dealing with someone like Michael Jackson. In early 2019, there was a documentary created about Harvey Weinstein titled Untouchable. It premiered at Sundance, but it didn't get a lot of media attention. And of course, Oprah didn't bring any attention to that documentary. But when it comes to the documentary about Michael Jackson leaving Neverland, Oprah decided to go and promote that everywhere. Oprah decided to hold a special show after the airing of Leaving Neverland. She invited some of Michael Jackson's victims to her show to interview them, but there wasn't any plan of her to invite any of Harvey Weinstein's victims to her show. So it's interesting how she protects her friend Harvey Weinstein and she decides to cover people like Michael Jackson. And what's interesting about this is that Harvey Weinstein is a convicted criminal. We know that he did this. So why isn't Oprah holding him accountable? You guys remember how I mentioned that Oprah did a special show after Michael Jackson's documentary? Well, there's a clip from that show that I want to play for you guys because it seems like Oprah is trying to justify bad behavior, and this clip was actually pretty hard to find, so I'm pretty sure Oprah's team is trying to bury it, but let's react to it. This clip may come off triggering, so viewers' discretion is advised.
So this is what so many people don't understand. A big part of the confusion and shame for child victims is that the attention and the seduction from the predator, who is probably going to be somebody you know.
Right.
In order for it to work, it has to be somebody you know, somebody you admire, somebody you respect, or maybe even love. And it feels good. I mean, if you're 7 years old and somebody, which I was trying to say this to my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is it feels good.
Right.
Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good.
What does it mean that it felt good? What does that mean about me?
That's one of the reasons it's so confusing for children.
Yeah.
And when I first said this years ago, people were like, you're crazy, because everybody wants to believe it's like, and you're being thrown up against the wall and you're being... And I have said for years, if the is any good, you won't even know it's happened. You will be in it and you won't even know it's happened. And if the is any good, he or she is going to make you feel like you're a part of it.
I guess I can see what point Oprah was trying to make there, but some of the words she chose are off-putting. It almost seems like she's degrading the significance of this trauma. And of course, she's out here exploiting Michael Jackson and his victims because she's trying to put on a show. If she really cared about victims, then she would talk about other people too, like her friend Harvey Weinstein.
So, what do you think? Will the feds be waiting at the airport to cuff these celebrities when they finally return? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.